here with more Empyrion, and as you can tell, or you might be able to tell, the mod has caught up to 1.8. Well, for the most part. They still haven't put in the starter system or some of the content for the 1.8 update. However, they did get most of the rest of it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep going for this through this playthrough, at least until the mod authors get the starting system and everything updated. So we're going to keep working on the ship, and I wanted to walk you through what we have thus far, because I've actually gotten quite a bit done. And so yeah, what we're going to do first off is let me show you logistically what we have. So if we go in here, go into main, you will notice we have increased our CPU because we now have more CPU devices. I have a second advanced CPU extender. Basically took some time to go around and get lots of gold. I actually thought I had enough to make two, but I didn't. I have to go see if everybody's refreshed. Basically, it's just been going out to the different trade stations and waiting for things to refresh on the new orders, and sometimes we get gold, sometimes we don't. But yeah, okay. So last time we were together, showed you the hangar. I've done a little bit more decaling in here, so we actually have a little bit more than just gray walls now. So we actually have gotten some detail trim in here. I've made a couple of changes on some of this. Basically, we're just getting things dialed in as far as our design choices are concerned. Alright, so heading aftwards, this area hasn't really changed. I think I showed the changing of the details in there where the planters are going to be. I'll walk in here and show you really quick. So we actually have a consistent look in here now. And I did mirror this for the most part over on the other side. Actually, let me make sure I actually did that. Actually, we'll go this way. I don't want to go afterwards yet. I'll save that for, you know, in the near future here. Let's get through here first. Now, I did take the medical stuff out. Well, the beds and stuff out. So we actually do have, you know, like full-on beams in here, because of the fact that we don't have to have the grow lamps in. We're able to stylize this a little bit more. This will end up being something akin to a medical area once it's all said and done. We've just got the medical stuff in here, just kind of pushed up against the walls right now, because I don't really have a whole lot to do in here. Or I don't have a lot of plans in here yet. And then this is our teleporter room. Showed that last time. And let's head afterwards now. Now, if you remember, we had started working on the engineering section. I've done a little bit of work on it. So we actually have an engineering section. This portion is going to be kind of like the kitchen break room area, just kind of a lounge for staff. We'll have an upstairs area and we'll have a downstairs area, and I'm going to turn this on. So down here is going to be the habitation area. Will be basically the staterooms will be on that side. Community areas like bathrooms and showers will be over here. I should say, yeah, bathrooms will be over here. We're going to have showers. We'll have a shower room down here. I've just got things in place right now to keep a reminder on what's going where. And then we have a lower entrance into engineering. Now, if you come back here, and this is mirrored on both port and starboard. We're obviously on the port side right now. You come upstairs and there's an overlook area here, which this will be the engineering offices. Again, we'll have this mirrored on the other side, so there will be a couple of workstations over here. some probably some LCDs with some monitoring information on it, and then I'm just playing with some of the detail decoration blocks for internal greebling. But this shows you the overall area of the engineering section, the true engineering section downstairs. And so let's head on in. Now, everything in here is pressurized. The only areas that are still not pressurized are basically the future hab and lounge areas. And obviously the upstairs observation area for the engineering section because, well, it's tied to the lower area. But so we've gone ahead. We've got our large thrusters, those ridiculously oversized things back there. We've got some lighting in, done a little bit of decal work in here. I haven't really gotten too far into that portion of it. But we have our walkway, it comes down, lets you observe what's going on. You can see your engines. Always nice to be able to see your engines. We have our warp drive, and then our shield generator is up there. It's forward, and our gravity generator is next to it. As you can tell, there is a lot of radiation in this area. So, yeah, you have to be careful when you're back here. So we have our gravity generator. Our shield generator is not turned on, obviously. We're in a safe zone, so. And then we have what's the beginning of our computer bay. So we have our couple of advanced in here. We have our improved. So the advanced ones are the ones with the multiple screens on them. So we've got two of those. We've got the two improved, which is the limit, and then the core, the single basic core improvement, CPU improver, next to the core, obviously. So these sections here that are screened off, as we get more of the materials to make the advanced extenders, these will come out, and we'll actually start putting them in there to replace this space. Now I do have lighting in here, and from if you're out in the hangar section looking afterwards, the fuel tanks, you can see them through the window. They actually have a blue glow to them, and that's basically how we did it. We just put some lights behind it. And then there's actually lights behind this as well, as you can see kind of from the glow here. So, and then I did make this area airtight by sealing off the sections in the back. So that way we could have this kind of thing open where you can see the fuel tank. For now, eventually, like I said, there will be a CPU extender in here, which will make this naturally airtight. So, yeah. And then the last two sections will be these guys. So, yeah, we actually have the beginnings of what I think is a fairly interesting engineering concept. We did put an oxygen generator, or a oxygen station, rather, back here, so that if you're working back here, and or you need to work back here and the system's location's been compromised, so that it's voided to space, or open to void, I guess would be a better way of saying it. You'll be able to actually be able to work back here and still be able to breathe. As long as you're wearing a suit, at least. Alright. And then on this side, it's the undecorated version of what we have over on the other side, which this will change in the near future. I don't know if I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate everything I have over there, or if I'm going to do something different. I'm kind of wanting to do something different on this side. Maybe I'll make this an upper lounge or something. But coming down here, we have where our kitchen's going to be. And then, as I said, the mirror of what we have on the other side for habitation. Obviously not as finished as the other side, but, you know, gets us where we want to go. And then you'll have a view of the warp drive and the engines. So, you know, just trying to keep it interesting so that it's not all just monotone. I do need to come through and we'll do a greebling pass on the interior section in here. Let's see. You are not ready for harvest. You're not ready for harvest, but you are ready for harvest. Alright. There you go. drop those off. As you can tell, we've got a bunch of stuff. I actually need to start recycling some of this stuff. And then the Deconstructor is something that I want to place. We're going to put that back in engineering. And is there anything else? So this needs to go away. Where is our aft? Yeah. So this is the area for things to be deconstructed or melted down. Like if we get a furnace, this is where, you know, the metal scrap's going to go, these kind of things. So these can't be recycled. What I'll have to do is place them on a base, upgrade them to steel, and then reclaim them, and I can use them for parts in here. Otherwise, I have to place them somewhere and break them down and only get part of the parts back. Yeah, that's rather annoying. Alright, so while we're in here, let's go ahead and turn these extra lights off, because these things actually are rather power intensive. And so if I don't need to have them running, I'd really rather not. There you go. Alright. And so that is, for the most part, what we have going on the interior. Let's take a rather quick step outside, and so for the thrusters that we have mounted. If you remember, we had them penetrating down into the roof structure, and they still are, obviously, but we've incorporated them into the roof design. So on either side of it are the mediums, and the one in the middle is a large thruster. And this way we were able to hide them, and we've done that everywhere that we had these things penetrating. So they're, you know, a consistent design language, I guess, would be a good way of saying it. Alright, so if we come outside, I still need to finish working on detailing this stuff out. I haven't done a whole lot of, you know, like getting all of the design language formalized everywhere. We are still in piecemeal mode where things are going to have to basically get adapted as we go. But we actually have thrusters in all directions. So now that we have thrusters, we have defense turrets and tool turrets on board. The ship is technically able to leave the safe zone. I'm still not sure what we're gonna do with the back half of the design. I think what I'm gonna do is work on getting everything sealed in, and then we'll figure out if we want to change things up. Like I may have a structural, like a skeletal structure that comes back further on both sides, which would open up areas for future expansion as we have more CPU come online. For right now, like I said, we're pretty much ready for this thing to be used. Not so much abused, but but yeah, we're in a pretty good situation. So we, like I said, we do have turrets on board. So we have a minigun. This is actually the cannon, I think. No, those are the miniguns. The cannons are on the front. Now these are actually, both the one on port and starboard are facing the port and starboard, but they're more of point defense than they are anti-ship. So small stuff like a CV or an HV, these things would be able to shoot at, but they're more like anti-personnel, anti-drone style weapons. And then we have a drill. We have our utility turrets on both sides. We have drill on this one, the multi-turret over on the other side. And if you notice, the old CV is gone. But then we also have a flak cannon on both sides, and those are obviously facing whichever side they are sitting on. So the starboard is looking starboard, and port is looking port. And I don't have any turrets back here yet, but we will add them as available CPU comes online. So my next big upgrade for the ship, besides getting some of this closed in, is going to be getting turrets mounted back here, because I want to have a couple, like probably around this area on both sides. And what I'm thinking is that we'll have a SV landing area over here. So what you'll be able to do is, instead of having to fly into the ship for the like if we start doing transport ships, we'll actually be able to have them land and dock here on the back hull, so that they'll have a little bit of protection, and then we'll have some cannons and defense weapons in here to help protect them. So when we're planet side, or if we're doing something where we're in hostile space, this area will actually end up pretty well protected. Now, the one thing that I do want to do is figure out a way to have access to the interior space. And so one of the things that I was thinking is maybe having this become a stair system that comes down into an area that's covered, and then we'll put the boarding ramp in here. Because with Empyrion, even when we're on a planet, if you have a jetpack enabled, you know, you can get pretty good jumps. You can't fly necessarily. It really is just kind of a short jump, a burst jump thing. But I'm thinking having ramps up here would be a good thing, and then somewhere on the bottom of the ship, I'm still not quite certain where. I'm thinking that we'll have a ramp that comes in. Now, I did actually think about having that be back here. Since we have engineering back here, I thought it might be a good idea to have entrance ramps somewhere back on the aft portion of the ship. But I'm still not 100% sold on that idea. What I may do is actually do them up here in the hangar space. Because one of the things that I had been thinking about was, since we have this area here up under the walkway, I'm thinking maybe have a ramp that descends facing either port or starboard. Obviously, probably if I do one on one side, I'll probably do one on the other as well. And then have that be the way that we're getting into and out of the ship. Actually, did I make... I could swear I made ramps at one point. But all of the blocks, ship-based blocks, should be in here now. Let's check and make sure. And I did expand out the harvest controller, so that'll be our input feed for anything crafting for raw resources and materials. Let's see. And I've been slowly updating container names so that we know what's in there. And like I said, just making sure, because oh man, okay. Yeah, so no, I don't have ramps in here. All right, well, that's something. Let's go in here. And you are going to be, as you can tell, we've used a lot of material. I can't make boarding ramps. I'm missing motors. What do I need for motors that I'm missing? I'm guessing, no, it's not silicon. Probably cobalt. That's what it looks like. No, missing plastic tubes. Carbon substrate, which is going to be plant fibers and stone dust. It's the plant fibers we're missing. Okay, which that is actually easy because we happen to have on here. Plant fibers. And I am going to harvest controller. All right. And what we'll do is we'll grab a few more and do that. Okay, that might give us what we need to make the ramps. And see, we actually have the materials to make a lot of other things. Like we can do a pretty hefty SV at this point because we actually can make everything, including advanced, which we may end up doing at some point in the near future. So if we want this, I want two, I think I want 4 of these, because we want to put 2 in the back for the what will eventually become a landing area, and then we want the 2 for in here. Now these do actually come with a force field seal when they're in place. But until they are in place, we want you, we're going to do all block sides, and I want to say, the question is do I want it to come up this way? No, I really do kind of want it to come this way, so I'm thinking maybe that's in line with thrusters, which means this will be part of framework, So the easiest place for it is going to be maybe there. So that's 2 blocks in from the corner. And we have the same constraints on the other side. So I'm thinking that area. Let's put that away for right now. Okay, that's actually not a bad location. The problem that we're going to run into is that those blocks are 2 blocks tall when they're open. So that is only going to get us basically the block that's there and this block. So I need to bring it down 1, 2... Yeah, so potentially 2 blocks down. Alright, so let's... Oh, wrong one. And you are going to go here. Is our shield turned on again? Any bets? That's so annoying. Alright. Alright, so we're going to need this entire thing to drop down, which actually might not be a bad idea because what we can do is maybe style this a little bit. So that is going to be there, right? It's 1, 2, 3. So it's got to come down at least 1 block. Because if we put it here at this level, so it'll do that one and that one. Because when it's closed, it'll be the top of the block. When it's open, it's to the bottom of that block. So it's got to come down. So the ramp will have to sit here at that height. So what we could do then is we could actually set this up where it's we could have like an entrance area somewhere in betwixt these two supports. So you'd come up into a lower area, and then that lower area would basically be a hallway that comes back and then leads up. So what we can do then is we can actually have that come up into what will be the framework, because this for now I've got the blocks. So basically we're going to end up with this type of bar here that's going to come all the way across the ship. And we're going to end up with another one on the other side. That's going to do the same thing. And then that goes up into whatever the design ends up being. So if we do that, take that out for now. And then what we can do with this is, since this is going to be there, this would actually become a wall here. Let's see if we can do this here. And there's potential for me to come back and trim this out and do various things with it. It's not set in stone yet. I may do something where we like restyle this so that it cuts in. Because we did the two block center beam, right? Yeah. So what I may do is cut something here where it goes something like this. And then this might... So this could actually be then it goes like that. And then what we might do is do these as half blocks so that it sets a little bit lower. So maybe have it come out like, since this is where the thrusters are, have it come out like, say, to here. And then we do the 2x1 upper ramp down into half blocks all the way across. And then have this be another 2x1 that comes back into full blocks here. All right. And then we need the ramp to sit low enough. So if we have we're just going to do this to close it off. And so you end up with something a little bit like that. And we'll have you go there and there. That's the back wall, so we can say that maybe. Wherever this needs to end up. So basically, as long as it's there, and somewhere in there will be the where the we'll have stairs going up. And you close off there. And then in here, maybe we can go something like that. And so basically what you'll end up with is maybe even do the ramps here, so it's a double ramp that leads up into here, and then we'll have one path that goes that way and one path that goes that way. And if we wanted to, we could separate it and put like the railing in here, and that would basically be, you know, have one be onboarding, one being offboarding. So you'd end up with alright, so let's take a look and see what we can do with the ramps. There's a 1x2x3. There's a 2x2x3. So 3 blocks long, 2 blocks tall, 2 blocks wide, right? Make sure my assumption on that sizing is correct. So yes, that would be correct. Okay. That should be the middle, right? Yep. All right. So middle of the ship is that line. So yes. All right, so if we put that in, so what I needed to be is there and have it drop down 2 blocks. 8x6x12. That's crazy. That's huge. 3x4x6. 1x4x6. 2x4x6. What do you look like? Holy crap. Alright. Well, that's impressive. Alright. I'm trying to figure out, is that actually... Yes, okay, that is where it's going to go. Alright, so let's... 2x2x3, right? Alright. So let's see if we do that. If we put that there. So that's open. Alright, so then that becomes, alright, that is the block I want, just not necessarily in the facing that I want it in. Alright, so that would go there. And just want to do this? Do I want to do it that way? It'll do the same on this side. I might come back and do something with those in a moment. And this is going to come in to there. And you are going to come back to here. All right, so that's all there. That will be sealed. And then the question is do we have... So this is 1 by 2 by 3. All right, so... if we then... let's see. So if we do that and have it set where it comes up... it's going to drop basically to here. That should actually work, I think. I'm guessing by 3, huh? That's all right. Do you not want... there you go. So that lets us go down into here, into there. And then we can put one on the other side. Whoop. You really don't like these ramps in artificial gravity, do you? Alright, so let's go. We'll take that out. And we are going to put that in. We'll put a aerator down, a ventilator down here. What we can do here, is, let's go, don't have any built. So what we'll do then is come in here, and we're going to build 2 of these. So that'll be 1 block. So it'll sit there, can only be there, so 1 block there. So from the turn, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 6th block back from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And then from here, it's going to be 2, 3. Pop that out. do that. We'll get ourselves out of there. Damn it, shields. Alright, and that should be there we go. And that also means we have defensive cover if someone comes up. I may end up putting, but in order to get to that point, there will be some nasty surprises downstairs for them. Let's go here. Alright, now I want to check to make sure this works. And we are going to do... So these are the same damage, right? 50, 50, 240, 240. Same amount of CPUs. Less hit points, actually, on these than on these. Alright, well, if we're going to do that then. Excuse me. Let's go. These are sealed, so I'm not worried about it. See? It's a sealed space. Actually not liking the way that that's gapped there. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, so that's where it ends. So I'll have that. Since it has slightly more hit points. And then this way, if they're destroyed during boarding actions, you don't have a hole that takes you past this thing. There is method to my madness, sometimes. All right. And they have slightly more hit points, so you're less likely to get through there. And they're only an issue if you don't have authorization to open the hatches. And I'm honestly tempted to put a couple here so that they're defending they defend the ramp. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I like that idea. Where are we at? Okay, we've got plenty of CPU left for this. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 more of these. And I think we'll make these wall mounted. Which will allow us to put them there, maybe? Or here. Might not be bad having them. Now, I want them to be able to defend most of the entranceway. So I think we'll do it there. Interestingly, I'm getting air here. I'm guessing I'm in the air envelope for this thing? Odd. Alright. I'm not going to think too much about it because that doesn't do us any good. Alright, so let's go with this for now. And you're going to be there. We're going to make you... Yeah, we'll do those like that. And should have another one popping out here in a second. And that would be the finishing of the queue. The fact that these actually have, like, all of these have the same hit points except for that one is kind of irritating, honestly. Oh, man. All right. And this way, if we're on the planet and AI decides it wants to try and get into the ship while the boarding ramp is down, we are a little bit better protected. Alright, and that should get us really where we need to go for that. That'll be there. And... oh, nope. I had it right the first time. Okay, so you are going to be like that. You are going to be there, and I may do something with this. Well, I will do something with this eventually. I just don't know what yet. So the question is okay, well, let's place... I'm going to do a quick test. These are going to come out eventually. But what I'm curious about is that if we're walking on the ground here, yep, we can get in. Okay. That's what's important. Ugh. Artificial gravity. There. Have to give it a little skip and jump to get up because of artificial gravity, but in a planetary gravity, that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so now that we know that that works, I just had to make sure that that was going to clear everything. We'll go ahead and close that up. And that puts us on par with ground. Okay. So let's go ahead and clear this stuff out. And I'll eventually put some landing gear on this thing. So once we have, once we're a little further along, I'll probably put some landing gear on it. I would like to have it basically a little bit. What I might do is I may shorten this up one block, and then that way the landing gear has us on flat terrain at the bottom of the third block there. And that means all of this stuff goes up one. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that because of the large thruster. So I may end up dropping this. I may end up dropping this ramp down one block then, or not. I mean, as long as you have a jetpack, you should be even in atmosphere. You should be able to jump up onto the ramp to get in. So, all right. I think that is going to do it for us for today. I am going to keep working on the habitation area. So the next time we are together, most of this, if not all of it, should be pretty much there. Like I said, the only thing that we really are going to need to spend some additional time on is greebling. But I kind of want to take this thing out because how much gold do I have? Actually, I need cobalt, right? Oh, let's see here. We want to go harvest controller. That's copper. I have cobalt. I am running out of iron. Man, I'm running out of iron again. I had like 5 stacks of this stuff. So I need to go get some more iron. And definitely need to go get some more gold. Alright. You know what? Let's go ahead. We're going to turn the shield generator on. Sheesh, that just pulls so much power. I need... Oh, we got flak shells. Everything should be loaded. Do I have... refills? I do, okay. We've got that. What I should do is, let me see here. Let's go. I don't remember. I think I've got that. Do I have any power stuff? I don't think I have any power stuff built. Alright, let's go ahead and do that then. We're going to need energy here inside the next couple of hours anyway. I've just basically been building the stuff as I need it. You guys. You take 50 pellets. Alright, you are 5 times. Yeah, so. And then that's where you start running into weird efficiencies. Alright, so if we do 50 pellets per, that's 500, that's 1,000. So we have to go find some Promethean. I think I actually know a place that we can go. Alright, so let's go here to main. We are going to turn on all of our turrets. That just feels so impressive. Turn on our thrusters. Our shields are online. I mean, look at that. We have the beginnings of a beast. Oh, and did you notice our max speed is 100 meters a second? Even with all of this mass. And the only thing we have pushing it are those 2 thrusters. Oh. This thing is so OP. Love it. Alright, so we've got all of that. I am going to set a waypoint out to... I don't remember what's in the trade station. Let's bring up the info panel here. I want to see what's in the system. Pentexit and copper. Now there is in this one, I think. No, Alpha Planetary Remnant. So there is a planetary core that's claimed. And unfortunately, it's claimed. Alright, so have we not actually been out there? It's got Promethean out there. Let's set a waypoint and see what's out there. I don't think I've actually been out there. Where is our... There it is. And off we go. So turrets are online. Hey, that's a whole lot of stuff out here. Surprisingly, not seeing a whole lot of hostile out here. Cobalt Asteroid. Heat signature. Legacy. Derelict ship. So the Legacy guys are not friendly. They tend to be the really nasty alien group. But let's go take a look. So if you don't start shooting at us, we won't start shooting at you, but oh, alright, so I lied. We will start shooting at you. Stop shooting at them. Alright. So I kind of want to go over and loot that, but I don't want to turn off our defenses. There's a bunch of asteroids out there. So the question is am I going to be able to land this thing? Let's take a look at our statistics here. So in a normal... Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have the thrust necessary to lift the ship in an atmosphere. Okay, so heat signatures out that way. Copper asteroid over there. I'm kind of looking for... I'm hoping that there is some what's that stuff called? Scanners are calibrating. Please wait. I keep wanting to say cobalt. It's not cobalt. Oh, drawing a complete blank here. We can get up to 120. So tired. I want... no. Earth controller, thank you. This stuff, Promethean. I'm hoping that there's a Promethean asteroid. Man, I'm tired. There's a Cobalt asteroid. Nice. Let's turn that back on for a second. Turn that back off. We can coast out this way. And I am in an O2 zone. There's a transport. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out here. This isn't a bad location. I do want to check. You're the derelict ship. There's a bunch of heat signatures out here. Actually. So there is a Promethean asteroid. The question is are we in the right direction for it? Or is it going to be one of the bloody ones over there somewhere? Yeah, it's Cobalt. Damn it. Of course it is. Alright. And where is our next closest is going to be that away. I want to see something. Do these, oh, it does have a stream. Nice. Alright. So what I am going to do is I am going to go do some resourcing with this beast. I have to say, from what I saw with the multi-tool, it just, the old CV, it just ripped it in half. It was amazing. Oh, but what we're going to do is I will do some resourcing. I'll probably end up trying to land on that planet. But I think what I'll do for now is see if we can find the Promethean asteroid. We'll harvest that. Probably harvest the iron asteroid if we can find one, just to get the materials. Ice asteroid, which means Promethean's probably over there. If I was to take a guess, it's going to be over there. We'll maybe get into range as we drift this way. So it's either going to be in the middle of everything, or it's going to be the one that's the farthest out from everything. Promethean, there it is. Okay, that's good. There's a Polaris mine. As long as we don't harvest, like, oh, that would be horrible. If we get over there on that asteroid and there is a Polaris mine on it, I am going to be mad. I'm going to be so mad. Oh, anyway. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to head over this way. We'll do some mining. We'll see if we can find an iron asteroid while we're out here. I do want to get close enough to... That's ice asteroid. We saw some copper. Not seeing anything hostile out here, which has got me really paranoid. Of course, if we have legacy stuff out here, it may be that the Zantecs have not wanted to deal with this system, which means that is probably an infested planet, which is not actually a good thing. But we will see. Hey, there's our... So another ice asteroid. Basically, I'm just trying to keep you here long enough so we can see the drill in action. So the drill is on the port side, the multi-tool's on the starboard side. So I do want to bring ourselves in here. Now, I don't have spotlights on this thing yet. I think the drill has a 200 meter or something. And that would be the pirates. Come here, you. Hi, guys. I'm sorry, were you not expecting a return fire? Was that all of them? Come on, guys. Hey, look at that. Alright, so I'm not overly concerned. Where did our asteroid go? How did we get so far away from the asteroid? Alright. And so what we're going to do... It's nice to know everything held up. Alright. Asteroid, where are you? There you are. So, knowing that we have pirates in the area, let's go ahead and do a little bit of quick mining. I am happy that the defenses of the ship seem to have held up. And I actually want to be on this side. Yeah, camera glitch. Alright. That would be why we have a camera glitch. Okay, so we're size class 7. We're a little big. Okay. We can hide that. We can hide that. And where is our tractable drill? Look at just how efficient this thing is. Oh, so good. All right, so we're harvesting materials. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank y'all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry if we dragged things on and around a bit. It wasn't intentional, but we got what we needed to get done. Now it's just basically sealing the ship up, getting the last little bits of the detail work done, and getting things ready to go, and we can actually get out into the larger galactic hub. Now, like I said, I am expecting that the the full 1.8 update will be probably in the near future, like within the next couple of days. The mod authors have been really, really good about getting things updated. They've been doing small updates to everything. Once they have the starting system stuff transferred over to the 1.8 build of the Reforged Eden, we will be switching over. Like we'll restart, but I'll keep this. I'll make a blueprint of this, and this will be kind of our, like, once we're established goal. With all the CPU extenders, man, the gold is going to be a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be annoying getting that much gold. The rest of it's easy. It's the gold that's really hard to get. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your week. If I don't see you back here tomorrow for one of the other games, I will see you next week for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. So much more mining to do. Hopefully we'll get out of here before the pirates respawn.